my name's Andy Wood and this is another of my generative AI art inspiration videos, and in this case we're covering perfect pet portraits. Now before we get started, if you get value from this video, please subscribe and give it a like, and do head over to prompthackers.ai to grab yourself some free quality generative AI prompts. Okay, so that's the housekeeping out of the way. Pet portraits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover multiple prompts. I'm going to give you the image and then the prompt that I used to generate that image. And the prompt can be generic, so a dog, a hairy dog or whatever, or you can be specific to a breed, as you probably see a Siamese cat in there, or Bengal cat. And the poses can be passive, so just looking, as you can see there, or active, so a little bit more dynamic. So let's get started. Now this is a little cute cockapoo, absolutely amazing photograph this, absolutely love this one. Perhaps it's the colours on it, I'm not sure. And the, I said cockapoo, a cavapoo. So cavapoo looking to camera, close up, ultra realistic, strong contrast, soft lighting, dark background and cinematic photography. So a bit of a long-winded prompt, but I'm sure you'll agree the quality of the output is absolutely amazing. Again, just to reiterate, this was generated in Midjourney. And in this case, a beautiful cat. It's a Bengal cat looking to camera, close up, ultra realistic, strong contrast, soft lighting, dark background, cinematic photography. So more or less the same prompt as the previous one, but just change the subject. And this one, now this little chap or chapess is having a whale of a time in the water. And the prompt, a long-haired dog shaking water from its head. It's looking towards the camera, water droplets flying through the air. It's a close-up, highly detailed, high-speed photography, and again cinematic. If you drop the cinematic off, you get a more natural looking colour scheme to it, but I always think it's slightly less impact using the natural colours. So I prefer to add cinematic into many prompts that I use. And look at this little cutie, nice little kitten. I actually had to check this because I noticed its eyes were quite round, the pupils, and I'd always thought of cats having kind of an oval shaped eye pupil, but having researched it and looked at my daughter's cat, apparently there are occasions, and quite often, when the cat's pupil looks more rounded than oval. So every day is a learning day, as they say. And the prompts on this: a kitten leaping in the air, close up, highly detailed, high speed photography, and yes, cinematic. And a little Jack Russell chasing a ball. In this case I did a bit of and in this case I added a little bit of character to the Jack Russell. I called it a crazy Jack Russell dog catching a ball, flying through the air, close up, highly detailed, high speed photography, cinematic. Now this is a grid of a little Chihuahua, and the prompt was a Chihuahua looking up into the night, minimalism in the style of simplified portraits using a black background. Obviously with all of these, if you wish, you can define the background. And there's a similar one, this time a Siamese cat, and as you can see this one does have a very distinct oval eye pupil. Siamese cat looking up into the night, minimalism in the style of simplified portraits, black background. And I thought this would make an interesting subject. So it's a cat looking at a goldfish. Again, minimalism in the style of simplified portraits with a black background. And along the same vein, there's a cat looking at a dog with the minimalism in the style of simplified portraits, black background. And look at this crazy dude. Obviously loves his biscuits. And in this case, I said a dog creating chaos in the kitchen. So I've given it the location. Biscuits flying through the air. Close-up, highly detailed, high-speed photography and cinematic. I think it adds real impact by defining what's flying through the air. Something realistic. A dog would be looking for biscuits, I guess. So why not? And this was the same prompt. It's biscuits are looking a bit more like dog biscuits, I think, in this case. But again, absolutely amazing quality, the output. And look at this, a grid of 4. Now this one was a little bit off the wall prompt. And the prompt that I used was a crazy anthropomorphic dog barista making coffee. And I've defined that, I told it that coffee beans are flying through the air. It's a close-up, highly detailed, high-speed photography, cinematic. Now on occasions you don't get the coffee machine with it. And if you want to force the coffee machine in there, then just add it into the prompt. So dog barista making coffee, coffee beans flying through the air, comma, coffee machine, comma, close-up, highly detailed. You get the idea. And they make for quite interesting images. Sometimes with anthropomorphic, you'll get the dog wearing clothes. So it will have an apron on or a hat on or both. And if you do that and you don't want the clothing, then just drop the anthropomorphic off. And that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As I say, please subscribe and give the video a like. And do head over to prompthackers.ai. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. Until next time, cheers.